what is GDP in simple terms? You definitely have heard the word GDP somewhere. Its meaning can be confusing indeed, but in this video we're going to break down this term in a very simple way. So GDP is a gross domestic product, and it is used to assess how strong the economy of a certain country is. I won't even mention here the definition of GDP stated on Wikipedia or some more serious resources. We're going to simplify it straight from the start. GDP is the amount of everything produced in the country, which is ready for sale to people or businesses, and usually derived in US dollars. Let's take some countries for our example. Let's take Germany, Thailand, and Argentina to illustrate that. What do you know about Germany? First, which comes to my mind is cars, then sausages and beer. I drive BMW, so let's imagine that during a current period of time, BMW produced 4 cars 540 models in Germany, and at the end of the period there was 1 car still under construction, completed by 90%. The meat factory produced 100 Frankfurt sausages, which are my favorite, and another factory produced 1000 liters of Paulaner beer, as we need to have Oktoberfest at least, which is an annual festival held in Munich for basically getting drunk as much as possible. In our simplified example, nothing else was produced in Germany. Our imaginary Germany has 5 people, 4 of them will be coming to Oktoberfest by car, and they will have to drink 200 liters of beer and eat 20 sausages each, which is a pretty standard norm for this amazing annual event I had a chance to participate in. The market price of BMW 540 model is, let's say, 80,000 euro, which is a national currency in Germany. The price of 1 sausage is, let's say, 10 euro. The price of a beer at Oktoberfest is, let's say, 15 euro per liter. Let's calculate GDP of our imaginary Germany now. We account for only final goods, which means 90% completed car isn't accounted for in current period and will be included in the next period GDP once completed. Therefore, cars BMW. 4 cars produced times 80,000 price per each is 320,000. Sausages. 100 sausages times 10 is 1000. Beer. 1000 liters times 15 is 15,000. Sum all 3 up and we got 336,000 euro of GDP for Germany in current period. Thailand is widely known for a lot of exotic things. The biggest sectors are tourism and agriculture. Let's imagine that after Oktoberfest, one of our German heroes traveled to Thailand and checked into the hotel for 7 days and paid 21,000 Thai baht, which is Thailand national currency. Let's imagine Thailand also produced 400,000 kilograms of rice. The price of it is 31 Thai baht per kilogram and 12,400,000 Thai baht in total. Therefore, Thailand GDP in this example is 12,421,000 Thai baht. Let's assume that everything which was produced in Argentina during the current period is 1,100,000 liters of wine with a price of 100 pesos per liter, which results into 110 million pesos. Our imaginary Argentinians just understood the essence of life. Now we see that each country has calculated its GDP based on its local currencies. To make these numbers comparable, usually GDP is translated into US dollar currency. Now let's translate each country's GDP from its local currency to US dollar currency based on the actual exchange rate. Now we can see that German GDP is the biggest, hence German economy is the largest here. Thailand goes after Germany as has lower GDP, and Argentina gets the 3rd place. A reminder that numbers are not real here and for example purposes only. These numbers help us to understand the general level of economy in the countries and compare them. It's important to mention that there are many ratios which help to make the comparisons even more precise. For example, with adjusting GDP on country's population. Now you can see the actual GDP levels of the countries. And now you can understand that behind these numbers is the total value of produced cars, beer, sausages, rice, wine, and provided services, and everything else that people learned to produce and sell to each other.